was the one who she approaches at a gas station to get a ride to the Tehachapi Pass to start her trek up the Pacific Crest Highway trail. I was starstruck because I love Reese Witherspoon. I thought she was absolutely marvelous. And here I am. I'm driving the actual truck. So I'm driving, and I've got Reese Witherspoon behind me. I've got a young actor playing my son next to me. I've got the director sitting next to Reese Witherspoon in the back seat, next to her, and I've got the cinematographer sitting in a made-up seat between me and the young actor. And I'm realizing as I'm driving, and we've got several cars in front of us and several cars behind us following, and I'm realizing, if something happens to this car, I'm going to take out the director, Reese Witherspoon, and I'm going to be one of the most hated people in the world.
Speaking of music and Vegemite sandwiches, Mike, Elvis famously had a sandwich named after him.
What?
Right? It was the Elvis. It's the banana and peanut butter. The fried peanut butter banana.
Talk about this is you, Charles.
It's famous. I say it's famous. Look it up. So that's referred to as the Elvis. So it's a fried like a peanut butter, bananas, and then you fry it like a grilled cheese, and that's the.
I'm kind of. I didn't know that.
But he also reportedly enjoyed a sandwich called the Fool's Gold Loaf, which is a extravagant creation created by the Colorado Mine Company. And you took an entire loaf of bread, like a baguette, and you hollowed out the inside of it, and you filled the hole full of peanut butter, a jar of blueberry jam, and a pound of bacon.
Holy moly.
And he really enjoyed that sandwich.
Wow.
I don't like my savory and sweets together, so it wouldn't be me. But there was one food I learned that Elvis could not stand in Graceland. He would not allow it in. It's fish. He didn't. But if he ate a little bit more fish instead of peanut butter bacon sandwiches, he might have lived a little longer.
50 years, you said, of acting. What would you recommend for a young actor? How would they get into that?
Training. Absolutely essential to get a good training background, whether it's in a college situation, going for a bachelor's or master's or whatever, or even just taking classes from private individuals. A good friend of mine was an acting coach and teacher down in Hollywood and Hawaii for a while, and now he's opened a studio here up in Portland. Scott Rogers, marvelous teacher. The director of You Can't Take It With You is a professional theater teacher, makeup artist, marvelous guy. But again, it's all about the training, getting the background you need, and then, of course, working as much as possible.
Welcome everyone to Our Town Podcast, coming to you from the Cedar Stream studio space in beautiful downtown Renton. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Hit the like and subscribe button to never miss an episode. And don't forget to visit our-townpodcast.com for all the links. Join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. And now, here they are, the boys of Our Town Podcast.
You good and ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Extraordinaire.
Yes, it is. Coming to you from the Cedar Streams studio space, the I Am Renton space, and the Jet City Live space.
Yes.
That's like multi-hyphenated.
Yes, very
in
modern.
Beautiful downtown Renton, Washington. Welcome everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to you. This is Thanksgiving week. So thank you, Abraham Lincoln, for making this an official holiday. 1861, I think he did. Yeah. It was kind of a set in stone holiday before he came in and proclaimed the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday, whatever it is.
And so it has stayed that same.
Yes,
since
exactly.
I think being reminded of gratitude. The gratitude is
no matter how you, yeah. Let's gorge ourselves. And speaking of which, tonight's safe word, Mike, is gobble gobble. Gobble gobble. So if you're not feeling safe, just yell out gobble gobble, and we'll stop this here program and check on you.
Will we though?
We will. And you folks can do it at home. Just hit pause, gobble, yell out gobble gobble. Take a bath, eat a slice of pumpkin pie, maybe some extra mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah. And making your own whipping cream isn't as hard as you think it is.
It's actually super
totally easy.
Totally
so
worth it.
Yes.
I do a little less sugar than most people do because I like the cream flavor rather than sweet. So, and that's because, Mike, Americans eat more than 46 million turkeys on Thanksgiving Day each year. 46 million turkeys. And I guess that computes because there's 380 million people.
I think, just 300.
300 million? Okay.
Right? Yeah. And we're not 380 yet. I think we're 290 something.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, but it still makes sense. It's still math.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. And so the average turkey is 16 pounds.
Wow. The average.
So that means that turkey cooked, not necessarily eaten on Thanksgiving, because a lot of people enjoy it, sandwiches and turkey and dumplings for days beyond. That means 736 million pounds or more of turkey.
Wow. How many million birds was that again?
46 million.
I mean, wow.
That's a lot of birds. Wow. It's a lot of birds. I can understand any turkey that needs to yell out the safe word this week. Just do it.
Is it in vain or will something?
And then I found out that there's 748 calories in a pound of turkey.
Jeez, that's.
I mean, I don't know who's eating a pound of turkey, but maybe you are. But in a pound of turkey, 748 calories. So there are 550 billion, 528 million turkey calories available on Thanksgiving Day.
Jeez, yeah. That's an important way to look at it, right?
Yeah. And then just for fun, I looked up Americans consume an average of 3,000 to 4,500 calories during their Thanksgiving meal. But that doesn't include, like, if you do appetizers, right? So
no, that's all.
I do a baked brie.
Very
with like
nice.
Some big jam. It's really good. Yeah. That's fancy.
Nice, it is.
But yeah,
3,000 charcuterie.
3,000 to 4,500 calories.
Well,
in a meal.
Yeah, no, that's average.
Yeah,
Which
average.
means somebody's skipping a meal and somebody's doing 10. That's what that means. It's like,
oh my God. So folks, enjoy your Thanksgiving. We're thinking of you. Hopefully you're thinking of us. And speaking of thinking of us, Sophie, if you're out there, I found out we have a listener that lives, I think, in the apartments just down the street. Her name is Sophie.
Oh, hello.
And
Sophie.
she actually saw me walk into the studio one day. I don't know if it was a day that we came in to record a special or if we were building the sound booth room or coming in to record or whatever. But she was yelling me. She was yelling at me, Charles. And I do kind of remember looking around, and I've never met her. But Sophie, if you get a chance, yell again, and I will wave this time.
Yes.
This time I will wave.
Yeah, just throw something soft.
Preferably a Nerf ball.
Block,
or maybe one of those Hawaiian rolls. That would be great.
Yes. All day, every day.
Buttered. A little butter on there. Oh, boy. Jumping into some headlines.
For the first time, that's going to be a Thanksgiving.
Are you guys didn't do that?
Bread, yeah. So I bought the Hawaiian rolls to hand out to everybody.
I'm thinking of doing that and then just some harder French bread rolls.
Yum. Yeah.
So I know the kids would be preferring, but I mean, which one soaks up the gravy better? That's kind of the
right. Well, that's an experiment that we should do on air.
Try both.
Look.
Extra butter.
And I think I'm going to do. So I was going to bake a pie, but one pie, it's hard to divvy up. So I'm going to try to do a bunch of individual tarts. Because I did the turnover thing. I could try that again too, but
that's true. Yeah.
But individualized dessert.
Well,
that's my goal.
That kind of sounds fun. Folks, headlines. Jumping in. Do you remember a time when a president would call somebody a little piggy and they'd get in trouble for it?
It just didn't happen.
I don't remember a time
I don't
when the
remember
president
when
would
it happened,
call somebody a little piggy.
No. And I'm not the deepest scholar of American presidential history, but I think that would have come up.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's been some in either of the Andrews, Jackson or Johnson, etc. Right? I'm sure had choice things to say, and we didn't live in a media landscape like we do today, etc.
Where everything's recorded.
But he's just not fit for that
It's
job.
just not fit.
It's not. It's not the same job as a. And I'm not convinced he was a good CEO.
No,
I think he's really good at bullying this system.
Yeah.
But the presidency is not the same job as being CEO. Yeah. Let's say he was really good at it, just for argument's sake. It still doesn't fit.
It doesn't mean it translates.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
So, and if you can berate your employees like that, which I suppose you can,
it's just,
but that's not how that comes.
And I do realize that there are more pressing, deeper, huger problems
than how rude he was to one
being rude to a reporter.
Yeah, a female reporter.
But at the same time, it shows who
on his plane. It really does. It does. And that isn't that one of the oldest sayings is you can tell a man by when you give them power.
Yes.
That's the true measure of a man. Right now when they're powerless, it's like, although that's telltale as well. But yes. Yeah. Yes, he's showing us what kind of person
exactly what kind of person he is. Yeah. It's just sick. It's just gross.
It is. It is a sickness. It's a national. It's not a psychosis, obviously, but it's somehow we've been pushed into this. You know what I mean? It's like it's really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of just wrong, the Comey indictment. I don't know if you saw this, Mike. Apparently the
Bondi might have to resign over it because she okayed it.
Yes, and they. I think what they did was they didn't give the entire indictment to the grand jury, and they didn't give it to the entire grand jury. They gave it to the foreman, who signed off on. And so one person out of the like a 12 or 15 person grand jury
were not presented with
all the evidence.
No, they were not. Yeah. And that it had changed. And that there was a change in it.
Yes.
No. Obviously crooked. And it's just that's not due diligence, to say the least, right? In a massive case. In a massive case. So now it's gone past the statute of limitations. Because they all just fucked it up. They all need to be disbarred.
In a case that's getting so much media attention because the predecessor of this prosecutor wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Because it was just nonsense.
Because it was nonsense.
Yeah.
So it's like you should have had every single I dotted, every T crossed.
But they are going to keep going until they don't need to have the burden of proof.
Right.
And that also shows what this regime is into. They don't have to prove it. The guys are narco terrorists. They don't have to prove that. Right? None of it. And I didn't like it when we were doing drone strikes on dudes in Somalia. It's like, there's no proof of that. Right? It's
where's the due process?
No, you can't. You just can't do that. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea, and it's just grotesque. But just the idea that state of any kind, that state power doesn't have to show proof when stripping rights from the citizenry, that's absurd. On its face.
Big time. Well, the absurdity of the U.S. penny has come to an end. They've minted its final penny.
I don't know.
It's been in production for 232 years, Mike. The 1 cent coin is finally ended. The last of it's going to come out in 2026, the last minted one. But they're still taking back the Fed or the can't remember who it is, but they take the money back and take it out of circulation.
So it's Treasury Department of some kind, right?
Treasury Department's got to be
some aspect of that.
Some aspect of it. So I've been collecting because there's pennies out there. So they say that one of the reasons is it costs more to produce the penny.
But so what?
Right. But if you get, I think it's pre-83, 1983 pennies have like a substantial amount of copper in them.
Sure.
So I've been saving those.
That's nice.
Every time. I just kind of look at my pennies because I don't use cash.
I don't. Plus, they make really cool. I've seen. We all have bar tops or whatever and I don't know, dude. It's actual physical currency. There's something, and let's just say that it doesn't hold an intrinsic value worth a penny or whatever. it makes a person feel like their country has worth.
Yes.
Right. The you know what I mean? It's like, it's until it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But coins especially, because I've lived in places where it's just like you were peeling off a lot of bills to pay for a newspaper. You know what I mean? It's like, if the money ain't worth dick,
Yeah.
right? But
yeah, like a ruby.
But coins are better. Coins are better.
Yeah. Man, oh man, many retailers are already saying that they're feeling the pinch, that they don't have pennies to hand out to make the exact change. So they've gone to the round up to the nearest nickel or round down.
Yeah. For whom though?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So some eateries and retailers and stuff like that, they're going to, if it's...
Americans are cheapening themselves out of any kind of good retail experience. You know what I mean? We're just going to isolate in our little room somewhere. It's so weird.
In our little scooter with the big gold,
totally,
just watching the screen.
Yeah.
Give me that. I want that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact.
Well, the good news I have today.
Get a TikTok filter, so I still look ripped
and smooth.
Yes,
very smooth. Good news, Mike. Regularly listen to music, which I think we both do, is linked to a lower risk of dementia.
Oh, shucks.
According to a new study, and this study comes to us from Australia. They looked at data spanning an entire decade involving more than 10,000 healthy people age 70 and older. And they found that, and this is the Asprey longitudinal study of older persons.
Jeez.
Say that fast 5 times. They said people that listen to music most days slash their risk of dementia by 39%.
Whoa.
Which is a huge compared to those who do not regularly listen to music. And they found that of the 10,893 participants, the 7,030 who said they listen to music most days had the biggest drop in dementia risk compared to people who were not frequent music.
Jeez, that's interesting. What is the mechanism there?
I don't know. Maybe it just makes the brain.
Biochemistry? Is it pattern? I have no idea, dude. That's fantastic.
Makes the brain work as you're singing along.
Is that all Australian bands? Though? It's like, has to be a Wolf Mother, AC/DC,
Midnight Oil.
Angel City, Midnight Oil.
What was the? I live in the land down under.
Oh yeah, Meadowwork.
Vegemite sandwich. Yeah, that's where we all learned what Vegemite was. Speaking of music and Vegemite sandwiches, Mike, Elvis famously had a sandwich named after him.
What?
Right? It was the Elvis. It's the banana and peanut butter. The fried peanut butter banana.
Talk about this is you, Charles.
It's famous. I say it's famous. Look it up. So that's referred to as the Elvis. So it's a fried like a peanut butter, bananas, and then you fry it like a grilled cheese. And that's
I'm kind of fascinated. I didn't know that.
But he also reportedly enjoyed a sandwich called the Fool's Gold Loaf, which is a extravagant creation created by the Colorado Mine Company. And you took an entire loaf of bread, like a baguette, and you hollowed out the inside of it, and you filled the hole full of peanut butter, a jar of blueberry jam, and a pound of bacon.
Holy moly.
And he really enjoyed that sandwich.
Wow.
I don't like my savory and sweets together, so it wouldn't be me. But there was one food I learned that Elvis could not stand in Graceland. He would not allow it in. It's fish. He didn't. But if he ate a little bit more fish instead of peanut butter bacon sandwiches, he might have lived a little longer. But he said he hated the smell of fish.
Oh, getting cooked in your house or whatever?
Cooked in the house, and he's like, nope, no fish. So.
I could see that. I know I've had peanut butter and banana sandwiches for sure when I was a kid, for sure. But I don't know if I'd fry it. I don't know how necessary that is.
To throw it in the butter and get a little extra crisp on it. Is there a weird sandwich concoction that you or your family ever did? Like my dad had a weird sandwich.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know how weird it is, but just like tarts or like mustard pickles.
I'm into that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the main course of the sandwich
with bologna or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's bologna in the house.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, Dad always did sandwich, which was just a regular like bologna, or what was the cotto salami that Mom would get? You know, the round, cheap store bought bologna.
Yep.
He would layer that with lettuce, tons of mustard, mayo.
How does anything get that smooth? How do they smooth out that?
But he would always throw a layer of peanut butter in there.
That is an interesting thing.
And I would just like, no.
Yeah.
No,
Well, did he ever say what he got out of that peanut?
No. We just always thought it was weird.
Yeah.
So Dad's making a sandwich again.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then there was always the knife on the end of the edge of the sink, just in case he wanted to come back and make another one. Dad, I miss you, man, but that was a weird sandwich, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody, his whole life brought him to that set of flavors. Yes.
Yeah, and they grew up at a different time. I mean, they were both, I guess. Mom was, I guess she was only a couple years older, but she was a Depression baby. So it was like, nothing got thrown away, and you used everything, right? And that's how she grew
all
up.
on the same sandwich.
But all on the same sandwich. It's like just throw it in the pot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't do it. Geez, got a few celebrity deaths here, which is sad to say. I didn't know this, but I've probably watched her in several movies, and I'm a big fan of old westerns and stuff, but a Native American actress named Eunice Dawn Elise Little Sky passed away at 95 this month. She was an actress. She was a Disney artist and a respected Lakota cultural educator. Her screen credits included shows like Gunsmoke, movies like Gypsy and the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Jeez.
But she and her husband, she met this guy, Eddie Sky, who was another Lakota native, and they sort of had this act that they put together, and they hit the rodeo circuit. And so they did that for a long time. Then they moved to California, and I think she was working at Disneyland in one of the themed areas, the theme parked areas,
sure.
As a native person, and then got a job painting the animation cells, which is, and she was the very first Native American Disney artist, which is kind of cool.
Any idea what year that was?
This would have been, I'm trying to remember the movie that she did. This would have been like 50s, I think.
All right.
So, but then she started acting and had a bunch of screen credits, her and her husband both. He passed away in 97, but then in the 80s, they sort of retired from acting, moved back to South Dakota, and she became a educator at one of the cultural centers, and also became a world champion native dancer, traditional dancer.
Oh, geez, that's cool.
Dancer.
Wow.
So what a fucking life this person had. Just fantastic. So yeah, he passed away in 97. She just passed away he passed away in 97. Yeah. She just passed away at 95.
Wow.
Which is great. So
say that's 1930.
No, longer than that, wasn't it? No, 70, 20. Yeah, 1930. Yeah, geez. Man, but what a life. Yeah, taught kids art, traditional art, traditional dance, all that stuff. So good on her.
Wow.
Also, rest in peace, and we talked about this over the weekend. Todd Schneider, who you weren't super familiar with, he showed up in the early '90s as kind of this alt country singer songwriter guy
with a local connection, right?
Well, he was born in Oregon, born and raised in Oregon, but he had a Seattle song which was kind of funny, something Seattle Blues. If it's on his first album, which was kind of funny. But yeah, he's been around a long time. He's written a lot of music. music. He never achieved like huge mainstream fame, obviously, but just 59 years old.
Yeah, but he had gotten gotten beaten.
Yeah, he was staying at a hotel or something and got into some kind of physical altercation fight, and then a few days later went to the hospital because of that, and then was released from the hospital, but he had what they're calling walking pneumonia.
Oh, gee.
And died just a couple days later. So it's like, he's having trouble breathing and all that stuff. So, but rest in peace. I do enjoy that album. I'm not familiar with any of his other music work, but kind of was one of those guys that studied, the great American, who's the Bobby McGee?
Chris
Christopherson.
Sure.
Study guys like him who kind of apply it. And it's just a funny, witty kind of singer-songwriter style.
Jeez, and that's young, man. That's great. No way. And pneumonia's awful.
Yeah.
Wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Mike, also rest in peace, Alice and Ellen Kessler. No relation. Close, but no relation. Died at 89. They were twin sisters that came out of post-war Germany and became international entertainers, singing, dancing. They just look cute. I've seen some pictures of them back. But in the 60s, 50s and 60s, they actually toured with, performed with Fred Astaire, Frank Sinatra, Harry Belafonte, all that stuff. But they did everything together. They never got married. They lived together for a long time.
They were twin sisters?
Twin sisters.
Wow.
89 years old, were suffering with their health and decided to end their lives, medically induced, whatever you want to call it, suicide. I guess it's in Germany, it's legal as long as you don't, a doctor can't do it. You have to.
Oh, but it's not a crime or
whatever. Not a crime. You just have to hit the button. The doctor can't hit the button for you. They can't administer the drugs, but you can do it.
Yeah.
So really interesting.
That's a certain aspect of liberty, right?
Yeah.
I think it's illegal in the United States still.
It still is. Remember Dr. Kevorkian?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Wasn't he charged?
And some, I know some states have doctor assisted, but you have to go through a bunch of different steps, right? Don't they?
Yeah.
I feel like Oregon does.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but this is, I suppose, doctor assisted, but like you say, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why the state would step in on that necessarily, as long as it's done above the board, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace. I didn't hear about them until they passed because it was before our time.
But I bet if we had seen some of those tours, maybe we would have seen that.
Yeah. Right? I kind of picture like a Lawrence Welk
performance ensemble. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, man.
That is a lot of work. And they would perform for years.
Yeah, that's neat. Geez, I don't know. Yeah, I hope they're
in a better place. Yeah, for sure. And also, lastly, rest in peace, Kenny Easley.
That was a surprise. Yeah.
66 years old. He was the 4th overall pick by the Seahawks in 1981 out of UCLA.
Safety, right?
Safety, yeah.
I think it was great. A great athlete.
Nicknamed the Enforcer because he was like the dude that would just and there was a lot less rules about hitting and stuff like that back in the day. So here's the sad part is he was, played hard, was all pro several times, Pro Bowl guy, got hurt a lot because he played so hard. And they think that the Seahawk doctors prescribed way too much Advil to him.
Oh, I think he won a lawsuit.
And he did, yeah. And so he had kidney failure because of it. Yeah. And they actually traded him. He was a little trying to work on a contract. So I think it was 1987, 88, 89. Somewhere in there that he was going to get traded to Phoenix to the Cardinals, and he failed the physical getting down there, so he couldn't play anymore. So
I bet they did a blood draw on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had too many,
Yeah. But just in 89 games, he had 32 interceptions, 11 fumble recoveries, and 9 forced fumbles and 8 sacks.
Wow.
Like, for a safety.
Wow.
It's like amazing. So,
jeez.
yeah. So, yeah, he sued the Seahawks, their medical staff.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And ibuprofen's okay for headaches, but yeah, any dose that you would have to take for it to be an anti-inflammatory or any kind of is really bad for your guts. Right. It really is quickly. Yeah.
So they did settle out of court. There was animosity between the Seahawks and him because of this case for a long time. And then they finally came together. I think the Seahawks put him in the Ring of Honor.
I believe so.
And a bunch of other stuff. And he ended up making the Pro Bowl or the Hall of Fame because, which was surprising because he didn't have a long career.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah,
right?
that was it. Yeah. So, but he did make one of my favorite players as a kid watching the Seahawks and stuff. He did get a kidney transplant at one point.
Yeah, but you get like 10 years out of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? On a good, that's not average.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Yeah,
so
that's
only
right.
66
so
years old.
he had kidney failure, not liver.
Yeah.
Interesting. So man, it got his kidneys. Wow. Yeah. Daddy and I don't know about a leave, but I kind of think so.
Yeah.
Tylenol a little less so, but it's like all of those, and that's why doctors for heavy pain or long-term pain give you opioids, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because they shut down your pooper, but that's, you know what I mean? But they just have to be really addictive.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully I'm sure they have a lot more stuff. But yeah, I just do remember back in the days, like, give me a shot, get me back out there kind of thing.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. And in some cases, that was like cortisol or whatever, right? For joint stuff. Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck, never felt better. And then it's like, and it just melts everything else.
3 hours later, and you're like,
oh, my cartilage is gone now. It's like, fuck.
Who needed that?
I felt really good for a minute, though.
Yeah. Jeez.
As we talk about roids, unless you got some.
I will need to pump you up. Nice. All right. Well, if you haven't noticed, Jeff isn't with us right now. Hopefully he'll be back, but we're going to interview
Robert
actor,
Allen Barnett,
working professional actor Robert Allen Barnett.
Yes.
We're going to interview him, talk about his career, some of his favorite roles.
Yeah, how theater's treating him nowadays.
Yes. And I know he's getting ready for a big production.
I think,
down in Salem. So
pretty cool.
We're lucky to get him.
Yep.
So we'll come back and do that. And then we'll come back and close this thing out.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the big show. Exciting guest on the phone with us. Professional actor Robert Allen Barnett is joining us.
Welcome, sir.
Mike and I know him from his days up here when he lived in Washington State. He did a bunch of productions over at Renton Civic Theater when we were both working over there. But Robert, you've been, I don't want to age you at all, but you've been acting for quite a while. And you're still doing it down in Salem? Is that where you're? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I've been acting for about 50 years and down here in Salem for about 5 since the pandemic.
That's right, 5 years. Man, time flies fast after that pandemic thing. Robert, what do you love about acting? 50 years. What do you love about it?
And what brings you back?
It's the way of communicating to people. To be able to touch people's lives in the audience, it's the communication and
the art form.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's the give and take between an audience and the actor, and the story that they're telling.
Okay. Hey, did you ever have a moment where in a non-theater job where you thought, if I don't take acting seriously now, I'll be here forever? And what triggered that realization? Like, what was your I got to get into this now? And this might be back in the 80s, right? Possibly.
You mean getting into theater?
Yeah, getting into theater.
I didn't start acting until I went to college when I was 18. I changed my major. Didn't change my major. I started college at Humboldt State University and declared my major as theater, even though I'd never acted before.
Oh, okay.
Well, what drew you to it at that point?
Well, kind of a long story. I was planning. I'm a New Yorker who got transplanted to Texas when I was 13. Did not have a good high school experience, and left Texas as soon as I possibly could, and moved back to New York, intent on being a police officer.
Oh, wow.
Did not have a good experience that summer of '77 in New York, and what had happened was my family came up to try and convince me to leave and go to California with them, and we went to old family's farm up in upstate New York, and they had a daughter about my age, and while we were visiting there, I happened to see in her room, her entire walls were all covered with posters of plays that she had done in high school.
Oh,
nice.
And the strangest thing happened. The only word for it is epiphany. It was like a light bulb went on. It was just suddenly like, nope, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Cool.
And all of a sudden it was just like, nope, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be an actor. And I went with my family to California, and that's how I ended up. I auditioned for the first play of the season at Humboldt, which was Twelfth Night, Shakespeare. I'd never done Shakespeare before. Hadn't even taken an acting class yet because the auditions were before school started, and got cast. So I thought that was a good sign.
Were you familiar with Shakespeare at that point?
I hadn't read a Shakespeare play since probably 10th grade when we did Romeo and Juliet in high school.
Right. Yeah. Jeez.
Did not know anything about Twelfth Night, didn't know anything about anything.
And so you were drawn to stage, you weren't drawn to doing film acting necessarily. You thought to yourself that stage was the place for that storytelling for you?
Yeah, stage is definitely for me because of the one-on-one connection with an audience. Film is interesting and wonderful in its own sense, but it's not as satisfying for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you're removed from the viewer.
Right. You're telling stories out of, well, basically it's because film is a director's and editor's medium. The actor has little control. I mean, a director and editor can make even a bad actor wonderful.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, I was wondering, what's the strangest or funniest thing a boss or a coworker said when you told them you were leaving to pursue acting more seriously?
Well, I've never left a job to pursue acting seriously, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess the closest thing would be when I was in Seattle. I had just gotten married in '85 and was working as a prep cook at a restaurant on Lake Union, and I auditioned that winter for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. First time, just out of nowhere, just like, okay, might as well get this done, and got hired. All of a sudden, it was just like, okay, well, I'm leaving a restaurant prep cook job to be a professional actor at one of the best regional theaters in the country.
Yeah. Did you?
They all were very supportive of that, and since then, I've been working for the last 25 some odd years. I've been working for a division of Panasonic, and they've always been very supportive of me. As a matter of fact, the few times I've done either film or television, and had to leave temporarily to go film these shows, they've given me parties and send-offs, and they were very supportive of me. It's been great.
Oh, that's nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Down in Ashland, you were in Ashland, right?
3 years.
Yeah. Did you play at all the theaters like the Old Pink Church and the Elizabethan and all those down there? Or was it just?
I was on all three of the stages that Oregon Shakes has. The Old Pink Church is the Oregon Cabaret and is not affiliated with the festival. Although I lived across the street from it when I was there.
Yeah.
But in my 3 years there, I worked at all three of the stages: the Black Swan, the Elizabethan, and the Bomer.
Gotcha. And what's the Old Pink Church actually called?
The Old Pink Church is now called the Oregon Cabaret Theater.
Cabaret. Okay. Gotcha.
That's cool. That's a good use of it.
They do dinner theater there. It's wonderful productions there.
Nice.
And yeah, Oregon obviously has a healthy stage. It's right. I don't mean to put words in it, but the Oregon stage scene is healthy, and everybody is working towards a common goal. You feel, or?
Yeah, very much so. In addition to for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, there's several other theaters down there in the Oregon Cabaret. There are theaters in Eugene, Corvallis, Albany, here in Salem, many up in Portland. I've done 2 shows down at the Majestic Theater in Corvallis since I've been here as well, but mostly I work at the Pentacle here in Salem.
Yeah, and you've got a new production you just started rehearsing for too, right?
Yes, I'm very excited about it. It's You Can't Take It With You, and I'm playing the Russian ballet instructor Kolenkov, which is a marvelous role. It allows you to just be as big as you possibly can, just chew the scenery. Was one of the directions from my director.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a blast. We just finished getting the entire show blocked, and now we're already starting to do a run through.
And this is the first time for that role, for that production?
Yeah. It's
nice.
my 6th show at the Pentacle here in Salem since I've been here.
Wow.
And also this coming spring and summer, I'll be directing for the first time Neil Simon's Rumors.
Oh, geez, that's nice.
Right on.
That's very exciting for me. It's a new step. I've assistant directed a few times, but I haven't been solo director for production since my master's thesis in college, in grad school.
Wow, congrats, yeah.
Are you also doing a part, or you're separating?
No. I've done Rumors before, but which is one of the reasons I wanted to do it, because I think it's one of the funniest scripts I've ever read in my life. But no, I'm just I'm looking forward to directing and using some of the best talent down here in Salem.
Fantastic.
No, that's fantastic.
And people are showing up. Your audiences they're dedicated.
Yeah. A lot of sellout houses. I just went to a production down in Corvallis last night for a production of The Producers, the musical, and it was sold out.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and we anticipate sellout crowds for You Can't Take It With You as well. So we're very excited.
And I forgot where you said. Where is it being shown? Where is it going to be performed?
Pentacle Theater here in Salem, Oregon.
Salem. Okay, fantastic. Hey, do you have any sort of pre-show rituals? I know you're directing that one, so you're not like going to be acting in it. But do you have any pre-show rituals that you've done in the past where, it's your ritual, I guess, something to get ready for the performance?
No, other than physical and vocal warm-ups, stretches, and things like that. I do like to walk the stage beforehand, before the house opens, all my blocking, just to make sure that I have it all set. Of course, if there's any kind of fights or physical violence, we have a fight call before every show to make sure everything is safe and practiced.
Sure, that's cool.
Other than that, I don't have any kind of superstition or rituals myself.
Okay, so the break a leg thing is not a deal that you like spit out all the time.
I respect other people's beliefs and superstitions, and I always say break a leg.
Very good, very good. Right on.
Because a few weeks ago we did baseball superstitions.
Was right.
Drinking a glass of gravy before.
No,
just free from all those things.
Hey, Robert, if there was one thing you could give, advice to me or someone else, I always wanted to be an actor myself, but just never pursued that. Was there anything that you could tell us, or the audience watching, what would be the first thing you would do in your experience over 30, 40 years, right? Of 50 years, you said, of acting? What would you recommend for a young actor? How would they get into that?
Training. Absolutely essential to get a good training background, whether it's in a college situation, going for a bachelor's or master's or whatever, or even just taking classes from private individuals. A good friend of mine was an acting coach and teacher down in Hollywood and Hawaii for a while, and now he's opened a studio here up in Portland. Scott Rogers, marvelous teacher. The director of You Can't Take It With You is a professional theater teacher, makeup artist, marvelous guy. But again, it's all about the training, getting the background you need, and then of course working as much as possible. One of the great things about where I went to college is there were community theaters in the area. So not only was I taking classes and having background within my professors and my fellow students, but we could then expand out into the community and start working in the community theaters, which was a completely different situation. And
Sure.
that was marvelous, but I think it was essential to get some of the background in training first. If you don't have any background in theater at all, is to get some of that before going out into the community. But then work as much as possible, audition for everything.
Bob, is that something you could see yourself doing? Is the teaching part of it?
People have asked me about that in the past. My wife kind of encouraged that, but I just don't know if I'm the right type for teaching. I don't know if I can communicate what I need. I can feel what I need to do, and I don't subscribe to any particular acting method, like the method or Meisner technique or Uta Hagen or anything like that. I just, whatever works for me for a particular role and working with a particular director.
And I guess that takes you away from the stage and that interaction that you love so much. Yeah. Is there you mentioned Shakespeare a lot. I know you've done a lot of Shakespeare. Is there a favorite role, favorite Shakespearean role that you just, like, anybody mentions it, like, would you like to do this? And you just, yes, automatically.
If I ever get a chance to?
Sure.
Probably if I ever got a chance to, I'm probably about close to the right age now to do. I would love to play Shylock.
Nice.
And I'm hoping someday. I've done two productions of Measure for Measure, and although I don't know if there's a role in that for me anymore at my age, but I would love to see a production of it, because I think politically, I think Measure for Measure is a very important play to be done in this country at this time. But favorite roles that I've done in the past, I would say Flute from Midsummer Night's Dream. I've played that role twice. That's how I met my wife, was doing Midsummer Night's Dream, playing Flute. And I've done Twelfth Night 4 times now, and I've played Indra Aguchik twice, and the last time I did it, I played Malvolio, which is a fantastic role.
Fantastic.
Fabulous. Nice work. Are you you're a Seattle native, right?
No, I'm a New York native. I've lived in Seattle for about 30 years, from 1991 until we left to go to Salem. I never actually lived in, or very rarely lived actually in Seattle itself. I was always on the outskirts, mostly on the east side or north side, because rents are very expensive up there.
Yeah.
Just having to move.
Well, how about New York?
I never lived in New York except that one. You know, when I was a kid, and that one summer when I had an apartment for about 3 weeks.
What part of New York, Bob?
Well, I was born and raised in Long Island.
Okay.
Just outside of Queens, and then the summer I moved up there in '77. I had an apartment on the Lower East Side. It was a very lousy place. And this was '77 when New York was a real terrible place to be.
New York in the '70s.
Yeah. Tell you how bad it was. My landlord is the one who probably burglarized my apartment.
Yeah, just the fact that he was on the list, you know?
Yeah.
Bob, I got to ask you about some of the movies and the TV stuff that you've done, because you've sort of had a fascinating career in television and in the movies and the stuff that you've done, because it's kind of all over the place. I got to ask you about, like, Bruce Davison doing the Bigfoot production. I mean, that's just so bonkers, with the Alice Cooper and Danny Bonaducci and friggin' Greg from Brady Bunch, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, how is a set like that? Is it just as bonkers as it looks?
So I didn't get to work with most of those guys. I had one day on set, which was actually not a set. We were on the river, because we were in a raft, and then that Bigfoot destroys and then crushes. So the funny things about that is first of all, the audition. When I got called in, I went to this hotel in Seattle, down by the airport, and Bruce Davison was late getting there, and we were waiting outside for a while, and he finally shows up. He walks by, and when I went into the audition, he just kept going on and on about how much he loved my face. He just thought I had the greatest face. He kept turning to the guy. Does this guy have the greatest face? We got to use him for something.
My number, bro.
How was he as a director?
He was fine. He was a lot of fun. It was a silly show, and it was in a silly set. I mean, when we're dealing with having to see Bigfoot coming up, Bigfoot for us was a grip holding a big huge pole with a button, a ball on the end of it, about 30 feet high. It was just like, you're kidding, it's way the hell up there. It's the biggest Bigfoot you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it was silly but fun, and it was very cold because we were right on the river, and it was very cold. And we had a couple of stunt people to do the stunts of flying out of the raft and stuff. It was a fun little bit.
Was that was all filmed up here in Washington, or?
Yeah, that was filmed up there. I can't remember which river it was filmed at.
Huh. Just, yeah.
Bonkers.
Geez. And then I saw you post. So I watched the movie Night Always Comes, right?
Yeah, that was my most recent.
And I've seen you perform several times. Did not realize it was you on the elevator scene, man. I know
you wouldn't. It was just the back of my head and my voice.
He's acting. It's like he completely took me out of it.
But it was great meeting Vanessa Kirby. She was fantastic. She was like one of the nicest people. She was just like, effervescent. It was marvelous.
Nice. Yeah.
Great person.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, how was that? How do you get a role like that? Do you have an agent that sets you up, or do you like check the trades and find?
I have an agent up in Seattle who puts me out there for roles, mostly out of that would be filming out of Portland now, since going up to Seattle is a little rough. But most of the auditions these days for things like that are self-tapes. So my wife helps me. We set up a camera here and send in the self-tape, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, geez.
Is your wife still actively involved in theater?
No, she never was. When I met her 43 years ago, she was a student, but she was also singing for the fairies because the fairies couldn't sing.
Okay.
In midsummer. So she was hiding behind one of the stumps we did at Shakespeare in the Park in a redwood park. So she was hiding behind a big, huge redwood stump. And backstage we would talk, and that's how we met and fell in love.
Oh, nice. That's a great story.
But, yeah, she's still a singer. She's in Willamette Master Chorus down here in Salem, and she still sings.
Wow, that's fun.
It's fantastic.
Well,
is there any roles that you absolutely hated? Whether it was not so much the production, but just the role itself that you've done that you would just refuse to do again?
I can't say that. I've been extremely lucky in what I've been cast at, what I've auditioned for. Sometimes I don't get what I auditioned for. I've had a bucket list show that I've wanted to do for 20 some odd years that I've never been able to do, and probably won't now that I'm aging myself out of, and that's George and Virginia Woolf. But as far as roles that there really isn't anything that I've hated. Probably the closest thing I would come to is I played Lance Gobo in a production of Merchant of Venice. It was one of my first professional jobs in a theater in Louisville, Kentucky. And because the way the director rearranged the scenes so that all the scenes in one place would happen in Act 1 and all the scenes in the other would act in Act 2, one of the key scenes for my character, Lance Gobo, was a scene with him and Shylock's daughter, Jessica. And I thought it was an absolutely crucial emotional scene between the two of them, and it was cut.
Yeah.
And once that happened, it was just like I had no concept of the character anymore, and it was we were talking earlier about training and technique, and that was one of the things where the technique of creating a character from the outside in instead of from the inside out came to play, because it was a shell. I had nothing inside, and it was just, I hated doing it because it was just a shell of a character, and it was just awful.
Just
I'd like to have another chance at it, but I'm too old for that part now, so I don't have to worry about it.
Robert,
break the musical.
Yeah. Robert, do you have any famous situations where you've been in a supermarket or somewhere and somebody recognized you, or maybe recognized you as somebody else?
Not so much that, but it was very interesting. I got a funny story about something like that. Is when I was working at the Shakespeare Festival in Ashland, and my best friend from college, still living in Arcata at that time, came up to visit and see some shows, and he and I were in the lobby of the Bomer about to see a show together, when a woman came up and was talking to us about how she had just seen me supposedly in a show just the other day, and she just was exclaimed about how wonderful it was. And she wasn't talking to me; she was talking to my friend because she was from that same town, and he had been in a show the previous week, and she just recognized him in the Bomer. That was a marvelous moment. But no, that doesn't happen to me very much. I don't, recognize like that.
Yeah. Is there a gag reel that you've been in, like, bloopers reel or something, like you look back on every once in a while, you got it like tucked in there and you just want to laugh at, the absurdity of the show or whatever, where you guys?
No, I have moments in my head from shows and things like that, but as far as I know, I'm not on any blooper reel.
Gotcha. Yeah. How many times do you have to do a scene in a movie or a production? And obviously not on stage, but how many times do you have to do a scene over and over again for a director? Let's do this again. Let's do this again. That type of thing. It
happens. I would say usually you do about maybe 5 or 6 different takes, and then maybe they'll move the camera to a different place, and then you do 5 or 6 different. For example, that elevator scene in Night Always Comes. They had sometimes the camera was in front of me, and then sometimes the camera was in back of me. And we did it several different times. There were a few different ad-lib lines here and there as we tried different things, and that was it. It was very easy.
Yeah.
Although the interesting thing about that one was I was called for that. It was a night shoot. I was called at 11 o'clock at night to this location in Portland, and I showed up, checked in, and then the production manager came by to let me know that they were rearranging the shots that were going to be done. And so I ended up sitting in my trailer for about 7 hours until my scene got called.
Yeah, wow.
So I wasn't called at 11. I could have, sunrise was already happening by the time I was called.
Jeez, brutal. I have one more question for you. I got a lot of questions for you, but I got one more question. Like, have you ever been starstruck, like in your early career or mid-career, like you ran into, Brad Pitt or something, or Angela Lansbury? Yeah. Have you ever been starstruck where you're like, holy shit, there's that person?
The closest I would say is when I played a role in the movie Wild with Reese Witherspoon, and I was the guy who I got cast, and I was the one who she approaches at a gas station to get a ride to the Tehachapi Pass to start her trek up the Pacific Crest Highway trail. And so I was starstruck because I love Reese Witherspoon. I thought she was absolutely marvelous. And here I am. I'm driving the actual truck. Whoa, sorry. I'm driving the truck. It's not on a tow bar or anything. So I'm driving, and I've got Reese Witherspoon behind me. I've got a young actor playing my son next to me. I've got the director sitting next to Reese Witherspoon in the back seat next to her, and I've got the cinematographer sitting in a made-up seat between me and the young actor. And I'm realizing as I'm driving, and we've got several cars in front of us and several cars behind us, following, and I'm realizing, if something happens to this car, I'm going to take out the director, Reese Witherspoon, and I'm going to be one of the most hated people in the world.
Suddenly,
so that was a little nerve-wracking, but it was nice because but we had a really nice time talking with her in the when we weren't actually filming the scenes. It was really nice talking with her in the back seat because she had also been in Ashland filming a scene by the time we'd done our scene at the Tehachapi Pass. And so I got to talk to her a little bit about Ashland, and that was nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Any actors that you, famous actors that you've come across that were just like, don't bother me? I don't know. I don't have you name names. Steven Seagal.
Yeah, you can use Steven Seagal's name all you want.
Yeah. No comment on that one. There was nobody was ever actually particularly rude, but there's been a few. There's an actor or two that I could mention that I won't, who are like the quietest talkers you've ever heard.
Oh wow!
And I remember sitting in the scene, and it was just like, and we were rehearsing a scene, and it was just like I'm thinking to myself, what? I'm not deaf, but I can hardly hear what you're saying. Very quiet talkers, and then they were very professional in that. I mean, they weren't the kind to hang out and talk with the cast afterwards. They went, they did the scene and they went back to their trailers, and that was it.
Yeah. Celebrity's a weird thing.
Yeah, and Acting can be so emotionally expressive, and you're opening yourself. So I could see where it can become easy enough to where
absolutely.
you gotta isolate. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the role. It depends on the actor and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a crazy business.
Yeah, have you been to the Academy Awards show or something like that, and just there was so many, and walked on the red carpet or anything like that?
No. The closest I came to that is I did get invited to the premiere of Wild, so that was kind of nice. I went to see that, and of course there was celebrities like Laura Dern was there and Reese Witherspoon, and that was kind of nice. But yeah. I was. Again, kind of like what you were talking before, a little starstruck. I didn't really approach too many people. It was just like, okay, I'm here. This is really cool, but I'm just going to fade in. Nobody pay attention to me.
Is that at Grauman's Chinese Theater down in L.A.?
I don't think it was at Grauman's. I can't remember what the venue was. It was a different theater. I went to two premieres, one in Portland. We had one for Portland, since most of it was cast out of Portland. And then there was another one down in L.A. I was fortunate enough to get down to. Fun.
Well, it sounds like an exciting career. It's like, here's to 40 other years or whatever.
Yeah. Driving around.
It has its ups and downs. I still have a day job. It doesn't pay the bills, but it's what I enjoy doing.
Oh, absolutely. It's a nice art form, and you're doing it.
And like you were inspired because of the posters of that, of your contemporary's room, right? Your performances might inspire tomorrow's great actors.
Yes.
You never know where that could land. It's a really important thing to take that chance and to bury yourself.
Yeah, and storytelling.
One cool thing that happened is when I worked at the festival at Ashland, is during the off seasons I would do the school tour programs, where they would send out pairs of actors to high schools, middle schools, some colleges all over the West Coast. To do performances and hold workshops with the students. And I did that for 3 years, and I loved doing that. And then I remember, years later up in Seattle, I was working, I think it was at Renton, and a young actor who was auditioning there came up, and it turned out he had been one of the students at one of the places that I had performed for the school tour program, and seeing us helped inspire him to pursue a life in the theater.
That's fantastic.
And so that was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
His name is Ernest Borgnine.
Jeez.
I just say, gee, I'm sorry.
Man.
And for me, it's always the Borgnine test. You can tell somebody because like Brad Pitt, maybe not. Ryan Gosling, maybe not, because they look the way they look. They get bonus points from our society because they look the way they do. Borgnine, not so much. He could act.
And that voice was done. It was very distinguished.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Nice.
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah. Awesome. Robert, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you taking some time today. I think you've got to get to another meeting or something, so we don't want to keep you. We appreciate you coming on and spending a little time with us. Again, we can see you coming up in Salem at what's the name of the theater again?
The Pentacle Theater in Salem, Oregon, will be doing You Can't Take It With You, opening January 30th and running through most of February.
Fantastic.
And then your directorial debut, do you have that scheduled?
Rumors by Neil Simon, and that'll open in June and run into July.
Fantastic. All right.
Theater, Pentacle Theater.
Okay, we'll post a link to the theater.
How do we get just IMBD to look him up?
Yeah, do you got any old theater posters we can put on our wall?
I bet he does.
Well, not here, because I keep having to move, so I don't usually put up a whole lot of posters. I have one here from that was given to me by the cast of The Games Afoot. I played William Gillette, who was the actor who created the role of Sherlock Holmes on stage for the first time back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and starred in one of the first films of it, a silent film version of Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, they wrote a play about it called The Games Afoot, and the cast gave me a poster from the original production with the original William Gillette, and they all signed it, and that's a poster that I have on my wall, and that was pretty special.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, would you do me a favor? Would you get up and walk into the kitchen and open up your refrigerator and show me what's in your refrigerator?
No, this is not Cribs.
I'm kidding.
This is an MTV.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Thank you. I'm just joking around.
Yeah.
No
Robert,
problem.
much, man. Appreciate you coming on, and best of luck to you. Break a leg, all that good stuff, and
Thank you.
we hope to see you on stage soon.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks,
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
Nope. Little outro music. Well, welcome back, everybody, and a big thank you to Robert Allen Barnett for coming in and chatting with us. Very cool.
Actors are cool.
Actors are cool. So go check out him on IMDb. See some of the stuff that he's been in, and then if you're in the Oregon, Salem general vicinity, go check out some of his stage stuff. Yeah. Sharing is caring. Mike, do you have anything new that you've been up to? I know one thing you've got coming up. You're doing some performing, right?
Oh, yeah. Geez, you're right. Yeah. So on Black Friday.
Nice.
Yeah. Lucky Liquor, my first performance at Lucky Liquor.
Nice. And this is this Friday, if you're watching.
Yeah. The 28th of November. Yeah. So that, Corey, our friend Corey has passed. So we're doing a get-together
tribute show.
Tribute show.
Nice.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. Yeah, we've had a couple of practices.
It sounded decent.
It does. It's like getting back on a rusty bicycle.
Because you guys haven't played together in...
No, not in a long time.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And it's different, bass player. Corey was the bass player. So Dave Patterson, who we've, grown up in renting music together for 40 years. And then, and Brett Olson, also local legendary drummer guy.
Yeah, geez.
So, it's nice.
I know Brett.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy.
Yeah. Dated my sister for a bit, right?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot
for half a minute.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, he's a sweetheart.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. That's oh, sorry, everybody. Scam likely. What else is going on?
Yeah, geez, what else? Yeah, finished the I already talked about that. The course, the CERT course for the city of Renton. So I'm gonna look into doing more training in that general area. Yeah, I got the addresses of other CERT members that live in my basic neighborhood. So we're coordinating together and doing like litter pickups and all the neighborhood stuff, which is fine. Because that way neighbors get to know us and we get to know neighbors and stuff. And there is a giant natural gas pipeline that goes through my neighborhood, right? It's a fact. So I just want to know wwhat's around it.
Right.
How close is my house?
What's the blast radius?
Oh, man, not enough.
Yeah, geez.
Anyway, so it's interesting. And so everybody within the sound of my voice, walk your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? See what's up. Where are the power lines and why? Where's power coming into your house, in your neighborhood? What happens in an earthquake?
Yeah.
If all that shit falls down, can ambulances get in and out of your neighborhood? Could they in an ice storm? If not, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's your neighborhood. You live there.
And get to know your neighbors.
I get you got yes, get to know your neighbors to whatever degree that is.
Right. You don't have to be besties.
Blood brothers or anything, but
no, I highly recommend being blood brothers.
Yeah,
don't do it.
No, don't do it. Yeah. How do you want to share a cup? But walk your neighborhood. So that's my good news. And I'm trying to get up every day, put the coffee on, and then I go for a walk. So by the time I get back, the coffee is done, and I've got my walk in. So
you got your walk in, you got a hot cup of coffee, and you know the neighborhood.
Yeah. I just like to look for cats.
Nice. And you got the kid down the street from you.
Yeah.
Down the hill, so.
Can Daniel come out and play?
Yeah.
Soon enough.
Yeah, soon enough.
So, we'll go ride bikes.
Nice. Nice.
Anyway,
Geez,
yeah,
and we're both cooking. We're both
I think so. Yeah,
cooking this Thursday.
Yeah, kitchen. Yeah,
which
kitchen
I don't
back.
mind. And
I don't mind.
we're doing our top 5 after this. If you're not a member, go be a member. Go to r-townpodcast.com. Sign up in the members only section, or go to Patreon.
Yes.
Find our bonus content. It's $3 a month or $30 a year. And I think tonight we're doing our favorite like Thanksgiving things, either dishes or traditions or whatever. But yeah, I don't mind it. I really enjoy it.
Yes, and we are beholden to taste, to test.
Yes.
You got to test
Constantly.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm sitting down, people are like, "Aren't you hungry?" It's like, "Fuck, I've been eating this all day."
All day. Yes. So good.
Yeah. Jeez.
What do you got for good news? What's up?
That just same old. Swim season for the kid is extended. She's going to be a manager for the boys team, which is kind of cool. So she gets some community service time completed with this, and she gets to still hang out. I think it's kind of cool because she gets to hang out with the coaches a little bit more. She gets to pay attention to more of the coaching because she's seeing it from not inside the pool, but she can watch what they're telling these other swimmers
and why they line these things up. And same coaching staff.
Same exact guys. Sure. Did the girls team. So I think it's good. And she has friends on the team. Which
is it a different season, or these guys are just going further in the same season?
No, it's a different season. They do girls in the fall, boys in the winter to split it up. So they're not, because that would be a lot of.
That would be a lot, and you couldn't have the same. You'd have to have double the staff.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I'm not picking on anybody if your kid's going to Lindbergh and joining the team, but there's a couple of boys on the team that thought this was like swim lessons.
Oh man!
And they're like, this isn't like, basics, how to float, and
this is competition. Dude. This is competition. No, they did not.
They joined because they thought they could learn to swim.
Club or something. That's a club. That's different. That's different. No, that's a team. You have a boss. You know what I mean?
Geez, the only crappy thing is that
cute. I bet that's really cute.
Yeah, I know. The Lindbergh pool is still shut down. They went through, I don't know what it was, maybe some kind of pump or filtration system where it was shut down, and then they were trying to get that completed before the girls team started. And then at the beginning of the season said, oh, well, we'll have it completed by mid-October, so at least you'll get to use the home pool for a little bit. But then somebody came in and stole all the copper wire.
No, they did
from
not.
The friggin' pool. So now they're having to replace all that, and so now the boys aren't even using it. They're thinking probably first of the year.
Do they have to then, because they have to pay to replace that copper?
Yeah.
B, do they have to pay to rent space at another pool somewhere?
No, I think it's because it's all in the same school district
or whatever. They have to schedule
everybody's going to Hazen.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and Hazen's fine because the kids from Renton High, that's their home pool too. So
because everybody lost the key to the one underneath the gymnasium.
But we sell them. We say if you need a key,
if you really need a key to get to the right pool, we got
a replacement. But
oh man, but that's 3 teams then.
That all using that pool. So geez. But so we're hoping to get Lindbergh back, and it'll be going next year. So other than that, Thanksgiving, we've got we're not having the in-laws come up this year for the first time in probably 10 years maybe.
Oh, wow.
They made the trip up every year, and they're not going to make it this year because they did another trip to get a dog. Their little pug passed away in the summer, and they decided to get another one, but they got it from somewhere down in Southern California, so they had to drive down to Southern California back, and it's just too much. They're in their 80s.
Oh, fair. And what do they come up for Christmas as well?
No, usually the wife and daughter fly down for Christmas and hang out with her family down there. And stay home and take care of the dogs. But so that's pretty much it. No. We're working on our Christmas special. The
Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.
The cold case of the missing naughty list. We did some recordings this weekend, which was great.
Yeah, it was great.
We got a few more people to get recorded, and then editing process starts. So I'm hoping by like mid-December, maybe December 15th or so.
Fantastic.
20th.
Yeah, that's your first mystery.
My first mystery.
Yeah, it's great.
Man.
Yeah.
And mysteries is not an easy game.
It's hard.
Yeah. Trying to remember. It's like, oh, well, if I do this here, then I got to go back and tell this person to say this.
Yes.
It's like, ooh. Anyway, closing this out here on something positive, Mike. Found a couple of Thanksgiving quotes because it's apropos. I am grateful for what I am and have. My Thanksgiving is perpetual. And that's Henry David Thoreau.
Well, of course. That's fantastic.
And then it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without Charlie Brown. So what if today we were grateful for everything, said Charlie Brown. So
Jeez, he gives Thoreau a run for the money, doesn't he?
He does, Charlie Brown. Anyway, yeah. Good to see you.
Yep, good to see you.
Jeff, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, geez, poor buddy.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
And come back and do our top 5.
Right on.
Sounds
Cheers.
good. All right, see you.
Bye.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. And don't forget to visit r-townpodcast.com for all the links. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.